Holy smoke, is this ain't no joke, as I was literally about to go to bed.
Oh my word, look at that.
Wow, do we have a lot to get into here today.
Woo, 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 man. Oh man, I love it. I love it right now.
Welcome back to Strong Man Personal Finance. Welcome back, everybody. Today is a very special day because there was a time when Jeremy Lafefe was disgusted by a video that the now scammers Everything Money made about Tattooed Chef, because they put Tattooed Chef's amazing numbers into their stock analyzer tool. And they said Tattooed Chef could potentially be a buy at $5.11. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Tattooed Chef's only a couple cents away from there. And the question you have to ask yourself is Tattooed Chef now a buy? Because the bottom assumption of Everything Money's video was buy it at $5.11 and you get a 10-12% return. However, I'm going to debunk that very quickly. But before that, we're going to watch Jeremy Financial Education get all butt hurt when he reacted to Everything Money's video. So let's watch and hear the disbelief that washed over LaFufu when somebody said, besides me, that Tattoo Trucker Sweaty Putrescent Nut Shack was a trash stock. Let's go ahead and watch.
Share change. Profit margin, I went way higher on the profit margin, 579.
No, you can't comment like this when you say you did no due diligence on this stock, and you don't speak about the fundamentals and the store expansion, the SKU expansion, what's going on with this whole movement toward more plant-based items. You can't just start throwing out, I think profit margin, this revenue growth. You can't even do that. You're not in a position to be able to do that. Now you're just throwing numbers around, and it's just ridiculous.
Free cash flow do the same thing. Guys, PE, I did 20, 25, and 30. I think this is way too high, but I'm just trying to prove a point here.
Way too high?
I hit my analyze button.
Way too high for a company that just grew branded revenue 62% year over year? Okay. Whatever.
Guys.
So we can see LaFufu's absolute disbelief. What? The PE is only going to be 20 or 30? That's way too high. Well, guess what? It doesn't even freaking have a PE. But the whole point of the model is that the PE represents the price to earnings ratio, not the earnings to price ratio, LaFufu. I saw that in your course, boy. When you sell the stock, because when you sell the stock, you're assuming it's going to generate some kind of future cash flow based on the earnings and the PE that you discount back to the present, okay? That's what the 20 to 30 PE is. And in 5 years, you think Tattoo Trucker Sweaty Nutsack is going to have over a 20 to 30 PE ratio? Get out of here, boy. And you can see that he's talking about, the SKU expansion, the revenue by revenue. And he's like, you can't talk about profits right now. Exactly, Jeremy. You can talk about profits because it's highly unprofitable trash. The only reason that Everything Money put profit margins in there is because if they put negative margins, they would get a negative number in their valuation. That's right, Jeremy. Because if you're an unprofitable company, you're not generating any cash flow. And how can you discount negative cash flow back to the present unless you want a negative buy price for the stock? That's why they had the profit margins in there. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, they had to put that in there. And with that assumption, they said if Tattooed Chef, and we'll go look at it again, they said if Tattooed Chef had a 20% growth rate and a 10% profit margin right now, then it would be potentially a buy at $5.11. They don't have a profit margin. They're losing money. Do you understand this? This stock is fundamentally worthless. This is almost as bad, not as bad, but almost as bad as a cryptocurrency. Let's keep watching.
I don't even have it worth, only if your assumptions on a high side are accurate, does it make sense to own the stock. literally anything else, I look at it going, okay.
I don't even know why he's got it worth $5. It should be worth like $1, maybe 50 cents.
Oh, a lot's going to happen. So really, if you buy it today, you're going to do very, very well, assuming everything I did above actually hits. Listen, I think Amazon's a great company. They didn't hit their revenue numbers and profit numbers for like 15 years. Like literally analysts were wrong time and time again, going out 5, 6, 7 years. It's just very difficult. It's extremely, extremely difficult. And I think those dilution, I think they're going to dilute people even more than that 10 or 50. I think they're going to dilute people maybe 20, 25% a year for the next few years just to be able to justify their growth levels. That's typically what.
Why would they? Like okay.
A commitment to sustainability is important to investors, customers.
If you're going to make a comment like that, an accusation like that, they're going to dilute. Why? Go ahead. Like why would they need to? It doesn't make any sense. Like the company's in a great financial position, unless they have some huge losses. Like go into why you think they're going to have to dilute shareholder value 25%.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Let me show you exactly why Tattooed Chef will dilute. And this was so hard to predict. Jeremy, are you paying attention? If you haven't seen any of my old videos, I'm going to show you right now that dilution or a massive debt issuance at high interest rates is inevitable. And this is really hard math, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is very, very hard. I'm going to show you what's called the balance sheets, not the balance sheets, the balance sheet. Okay. And on the balance sheet, you see the company's assets, liabilities, and stockholders' equity. Now, let's go to the last quarterly financial statement. Okay. This is their quarterly report, June 30th, 2022. They currently have $27 million of cash on the balance sheet. Let's compare the cash the prior quarter. $57 million. The cash the quarter before that, $92 million. Now, if you look from left to right, let's zoom in. Right is older, left is newer. Going from right to left. It's almost like Tattooed Chef is running out of cash. As a matter of fact, I would be surprised if they aren't about to dilute right freaking now, unless something came in and absolutely bailed out their cash position. Okay, whether they, I don't know, struck a deal and got a bunch of advance payments or what. But you can see the cash burn. It is an obvious collapse. 185, 140, 129, 92, 57, 27. This company is in a horrible position. I can't fathom how this company is going to survive unless they get extremely lucky. And if they have to dilute, which they will probably have to do, because they can only draw so much credit before people aren't going to lend them money. Well, they're going to have to dilute massively because their share price is only $5.27. Think about it. If they needed like $100 million, let's say they need 50 million. All right. They need 50 million bucks and they can get 527 per share. They would have to issue 9.5 million shares to get $50 million. That's an insane amount of shares. I mean, look at that dilution. That dilution would probably be, where's their share count? I think it's on their income statement. I know this is hard, Jeremy. This is why you're famous on YouTube and I'm just a nobody, because you're an idiot. Let's see. So that would roughly be a 12% dilution. 12% just to make $50 million. And if the stock price collapses even worse, which it might do because we have inflation, the war in Ukraine is not ending anytime soon. They just mobilized the reserves in Russia. This is bad. This is very bad. Oh, and plus interest rates are going up, Jeremy. So if Tattooed Chef packs on debt, number one, that's debt. Debt's bad, usually, especially at high interest rates. And number two, they're going to be paying an arm and a leg in freaking interest expense. But, you know, whatever. Let's watch a little bit more of LaFufu.
Companies do. And then on top of that, assume that they can do 50% revenue growth for 7 years in a row.
It's a tough.
Everything has to fall in line perfectly.
It just, could it work? Absolutely. But I'm just sitting there saying, if you have 100 tattooed chefs, you're going to lose a lot of money on 98 of them. And you might find the 2 that hit it, and you probably won't make your money back. I always bring the example of .com numbers. So if you invested in every .com stock back in 2000 and today, you made 3% a year. The market did about 7% a year. And of that 3% a year, 80% of it was Microsoft, Apple, and Amazon. And Amazon's up 20 times from its peak of 2000. So you have to be right on. So even then, you didn't beat the market picking all the .com stocks that, by the way, had the future potential of the world. Nothing was going to stop them. This is the world of the internet. It was changing the world, and it did change the world. But still, companies can fall even when they're changing the world. That's just the bottom line.
You'll read in the comments below that we don't get the growth. We're wrong about this one. And
No.
I implore you to maybe read a book about the most famous investors in the last century. They all think this way. They can look at a company and then literally in the first 30 seconds see if it's a buy or an avoid. And for months now, Paul, this has been very obvious for us. People want to buy companies.
Yes. Yes. Investors can all look, and within 30 seconds, they know if a stock's a buy or not. Baloney. Like, give me a break. And Warren Buffett's like sees, oh, let me see. Oh, it's been 25 seconds. Yep, it's a buy. No, that's not the way it works, man. Like, come on.
Oh, LaFoo-Foo. Quote Warren Buffett. Now, here's what I think Warren Buffett does, okay? I think he looks at a ton of companies, or probably has people look at them for him. And if he finds a company that looks interesting, like, oh, they're profitable, and, I did a quick DCF, and, this makes sense, then he probably does crazy research after that. Once he narrows down a company that he thinks is worth investigating. That's what I suspect Warren Buffett does. But you know what I also think Warren Buffett does? He can look at a trash stock that's hyped up, that's all about the future, that is not inevitable. And he says, wow, they have negative free cash flow, and it's worse every year. The cash on the balance sheet is going down and down and down and down at a rapid clip. Their revenue growth probably slowing down, highly unprofitable. Yeah, in about 30 seconds. It took me 10 seconds. I'm not even joking. 10 seconds to identify Tattooed Chef was a garbage freaking stock. It's not hard, okay? It's not hard to do this. Look at the profits. Look at the cash flows. Look at the revenue. Is it getting better and better or worse and worse? If it's getting better, if there's potential, then you can do a deep dive. Then you can look into the management. Then you can read all the financial statements. Then you can read about the market and the industry. Then you can really start to research the stock. But why would you waste your time buying and investigating a trash stock like Tattooed Chef? It's a waste of your freaking time, okay? And the stock was like, what, $16 when old Jeremy LaFrico made that video? So I just wanted to check in because we could see, look at that absolute destruction. Oh my God. I mean, do you really think Tattooed Chef is just going to somehow rock it up and, go like in a straight vertical freaking line up? Of course not. This is a dying company. This is dangerous. 527. Please become a penny stock. Please. We will make a celebratory video about that. All right, we'll do some comments. Tattooed Chef is a better buy at 150. I'm never buying that company. VT has erased all its gains. It is back to pre-pandemic level. Oh my God! Oh no! Sell! You act like I'm a trader. I don't care. Or 1 cent. Under Tattooed Chef, under $5, Tattooed Chef technically becomes a penny stock right where it belongs. 100% agree. I can't, maybe I'm slow. I don't know. I think there's going to be some kind of either massive debt issuance or dilution event. This is a very key quarter that's coming up. I'm telling you, this is big because you look at the cash burn, it's close, okay? And I'm curious to see what Tattooed Chef does to generate the cash flow that they need to stay alive another quarter or two. I don't know. It's not a buy unless it's trading under what you can liquidate it for by like 75%. The intrinsic value of Tattooed Chef is negative. That's true. They got to pay me to hold the stock and their products. It's true. You should be nicer to financial butt plug. You should be nicer to Jeremy. He's going to knock you out in the boxing match. Well, he hasn't responded yet. But I don't know. Maybe it'll happen. Funny how Jeremy is friends with them now and can react their channels because of making head video, not referring their name. I don't know. That was a very weird thing that happened there, okay? I don't know how you could look at Jeremy and say he's a value investor. Can you do a whole video of you doing Mickey Mouse voice? Hey, everybody, it's Chief. It'll probably give me a freaking headache. Strongman is getting his swagger back. Yeah, sometimes the mood just strikes me. I want to crap on people. It's fun. Strongman, can you do the Donald Duck voice? Oh, is that the... I don't think that's not Donald Duck. Get ad blocker, ho. Yo, are any of Jeremy's companies even going to survive the recession? Well, I think Meta will survive the recession. And I'm not saying buy these stocks. I think Honest has a shot. From the last I checked, their balance sheet wasn't that bad. Tattooed Chef is a disaster. I don't know. I'm doubtful Tattooed Chef will survive. I'm not even joking. What other stocks? I don't know. Not many of them. I will take Strongman financial advice and will mortgage my house to buy Tattooed Chef. You're welcome. Thank you. After looking at the balance sheet, Tattooed Chef is worth $35 million, and it's at $434 million, which needs to fall 91%. How do you get $35 million? See, the one thing is it's really hard to get a real fair value, intrinsic value of a company, because you're buying the company, right? Which consists of assets and liabilities, and then you have to guess and project out the cash flows. And just to value the assets, you can't just look at the balance sheet. The balance sheet does not tell you the market value of the company's assets. It's you need to do so much research to even figure out what the actual intrinsic value or even the value of the net assets of Tattooed Chef. It would just be too much time. Strongman, can you do live with Jay Nagy soon? Sure. I just bought the dip on VT. I buy the dip of VT on the 1st and 15th of every month. It's really hard to invest, guys. Yes, we all miss Seth. I want to be dumping on tattoo or everything money way more. Let's see. Hey, Strongman, what's your thoughts on Generac? I feel like it has a strong balance sheet. Well, even if it does, it doesn't mean it's a good company. I don't know anything about that. You don't get it. It's a long-term investment. Well, it has to survive to be a long-term investment. It has to be around in the long term to be a long-term investment. If Strongman had to call a bottom, where would it be? Dude, I could just make up any number. I have no idea. I mean, to me, it's kind of wild. We're back at where we were before the recession, but I mean, stocks they can sell off irrationally. They can keep crashing and crashing. I don't know. I don't care. Yo, Chris. Yo, what's up, bro? International currency is getting annihilated for this USD. Go all in international by Strongman. What a great advice. This is going to be anti-US and anti-dollar gets you. I'm not anti-US or anti-dollar. I'm globally diversified. Okay. Oh, the US dollar went up. It's stronger for now. Okay. Well, that may negatively affect the US economy because people aren't going to want to buy US goods as much. Because when you convert to US dollars, you get less dollars. The currencies fluctuate. I was completely fooled by Stink Blow. His bowling shirts, background as a teacher, and a cat named Tesla swooned me. Well, Stink Blow is a very attractive guy, so I can see how you'd be fooled by him. I might need to go revisit old Stink Blow, see how he's doing. I left my sink on and my floor's full of water. Sorry. A 35 million was an estimate. Point is, it's not even close. Yeah, it's trash. Take off your top, boy. My shirt is off. Strongman, the bottom is LaFou. All right, guys, that's it for Tattoo Trucker Sweaty Nutsack. I'm actually really excited about this next quarterly report. When would it be released? Let's see when the last quarter. Tattoo Chef Q2 earnings 2022 8-8. So, oh man, we're gonna have to wait like till November. Yeah, we have to wait till November 8th for this next quarter. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. As Warren Buffett always says, buy into fear and sell when there's greed. But what Jeremy doesn't know, it doesn't work for Tattooed Chef. You do clickbait, I do comment bait. You fell for it. By the way, Cayman Islands, your job does not exist. All taxes 0%. Yeah, man. If tax taxes went away, I'd be screwed. I guess I would have to do regular accounting, financial accounting. Accounting is very versatile, people. It's not just tax. Although I like tax. I don't like odd.
Oh, I'm an auditor. Oh, you're off by 1 cent here. Oh.
Strongman is dusting John Lemons Jr.'s stream. Look, I'm not streaming just because Echoes is. I literally stream when I get time. Okay? Like I have a whole bedtime routine, and then it comes 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I can stream. So I'm going to stream when I can stream. I'm not trying to like take away Echoes viewers. As Warren Buffett says, go all in tattoo trucker sweaty nutsack. I missed that part. I joined your channel recently, and I started investing recently. Investing's hard, man. You set up an automatic contribution into some broadly diversified index fund, tax advantage account, let it ride. Don't worry about it. Go hang out with your friends and check it in 30 years. That's investing, bro. It's really hard. You're a troll, aren't you? Go. Well, if you're not a troll, go to Vanguard, type in VT. It's the global index. It basically contains every stock in the world. Okay. You're extremely diversified. You own stocks across the world and in the United States. That's what VT is. That's all I buy. You buy whatever you want. Give me a total international stock market. It is not a total international stock market index. It is not. People get confused. VT is not an international index. It's the world. And that includes the United States. That includes the USA. Okay. 60% of VT is the US stock market. Oh, here's this troll. Saw you bashing on Tesla again after it I didn't bash it because it went down 5%. Okay. It's a random fluctuation. Is this the Tesla crash? No, it's not. Tesla ain't going to go until they start, giving real estimates of what they think their future revenue growth is going to be. I can tell you, it's common sense, guys. It's like I saw Tattooed Chef was trash. Tesla is overvalued. It's common sense to me. It's like it's this luxury car company that has $1 trillion market cap almost. It's crazy. By the way, your clickbait is getting top quality. Consider adding something like watch this before 10. They will ban me again for telling you this. Yeah, I agree. Like clickbait works, but I wonder it might hurt my searchability because I'm a smaller channel. If I just put like no keywords in there, like I intentionally put keywords in there, recession, stock market, Jeremy Lefebvre. If I just put like do this now, watch before 10, I don't think that would be promoted in the algorithm. I mean, I could try it. Strongman, how do you do it, bro? Raising a kid, 2 kids, working a full-time job, doing YouTube and investing. Do you leave some time for fun? I don't really have fun anymore. I'll be perfectly honest. But I mean, YouTube's actually a small part of my day. I do a video in the car. I drive to work. I do a video. I have a lunch break. I do a video over lunch break. And then some nights I'll jump on like I am now for like 30 minutes and that's it. So YouTube doesn't consume my life. And no, like I said, I don't have time for fun. Actually, I went to the bar 2 nights ago. He eats Tattooed Chef. That's how he does it. That was good. Buy with Purdue. International currencies haven't all been doing bad. Ruble gained like 40%. Yeah, I think that guy was trolling. I mean, currencies are currencies. They fluctuate. Some are going to do good. Some are going to do bad. Like, why even try to time it? Just own everything. Let it work itself out. You should do some vids on those wildly overvalued solar energy companies. I need to do Enphase. Euro is tanking. Yeah, well, Europe's in trouble, man. They ain't sitting pretty with those energy prices. How did you get the name Strongman? Isn't it obvious, bro? It's obvious. Do you think Jeremy will accept your challenge? No. He's not going to respond. Oh, yeah, I'm a troll because I own an overvalued stock. I like how you have the quotes, but it's actually the truth. It was also overvalued in 2016. Okay, Brian. You know what, Brian? Just put all your money in Tesla. Can you just please do it? Please do it. Wish I found Fabio and you 12 months ago. I fell for the Bitcoin as an inflation hedge. Yeah, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Like, oh, Russia's doomed. And then now the ruble's doing freaking amazing. Wrong man, personal finance. We made a huge mistake. Jeremy's a genius. Tattooed Chef is the future. No, I'm not joking. It's a big deal. If I join the ROTC, will I get a Thai girlfriend like Mike Stathis? I want it to be real this time, though. Well, joining ROTC automatically makes you a brave hero, and women will flock to you. I do owe it to you as why I got out of Tattooed Nut without loss, thank God, and then told my son about this crazy ass shit. Well, I'm glad I saved you from Tattooed Chef. I paid you, you paid me. Yeah, In Phase is a good short. My friend bought In Phase. Good for him. All right, I'm about to close this out. Netherlands has a large gas field and refuses to open it. I have colleagues paying. Oh, my God. Yeah, Europe is like a disaster. I don't know what they're going to do. They're screwed, man. Bitcoin tracks leverage QQQ almost exactly. That sounds like freaking Bitcoin. Hey, Strongman, outside of financial rate, do you use historical Sorrentino ratio? I have no idea what that is. Sharp ratio, I've briefly read about that. No, I don't use any of that crap. I just say, what should I own? Should I own everything and let the world figure it out? Or should I try to individually time the market? Because if you own a bunch of different ETFs, you're still market timing. You're still like playing the game. Whereas I own VT, it just sorts itself out. It's a world at market cap weights. You don't have to do anything. Is it funny that Mike Stathis has been around since Pearl Harbor? He was long. I don't think he's that old. Thanks, guys. All right, I'm tuning out. We'll do a LaFufu outro, and you guys have a wonderful, delicious, superstitious day. Cheers!
Oh, merry stock market. Oh, man.